But anyway, yeah, we found this dude just sitting on the ground with a typewriter that's like, hey, for like $5, I'll write you a thing. And we're like, okay, write us a thing about steampunk pudding.
Guys, this is King Badger, your Badger King, here as always with Gary the Tuna.
Gary's us Tuna!
You know, it's funny, you always go for the German accent when you start these episodes.
I don't think I do. I think that was the first time I've ever done it. Don't
It's
rewatch
like
old
400th
episodes.
time.
No one's ever seen them.
Don't ask questions. Anyway, though, so we clearly haven't responded to your comments, mostly because you didn't leave them, but also because we are recording this the same night as we recorded last week's episode. So, well, you have been waiting on bated breath, the edge of your seat, for this poop show that we're about to roll out. We already did it the same night. Because next week we're going to play Rocket League.
Because next week we're going to play real games.
You know what's funny is, for them, or for us it's next week. For them it was 2 weeks ago.
Tomato potato, we're playing real games.
I mean, this is a game that you use your hands, so clearly a game for babies.
A game for babies, of course.
Oh man, you know, I need to rewatch the Back to the Future movies.
I don't know what brought that to your mind, but okay.
Well, that's what that's a reference to. In Back to the Future 2, I was about to say Robbie, which I don't know why. Marty goes to the future because it turns out that his kid is a total tool shed. And when he rolls in, there are these two kids with their, like, future styles and everything. I need you to understand that the year that Marty McFly went to in Back to the Future 2 happened, like, 5 years ago. I think it was 2015 or 2016, something like that.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, man. We need to fix that. But anyway, though, so there are these two kids playing this shooter game, and they're not doing good at it. And Marty is all just like, oh, what? Wild West? I used to play this all the time. I'm so good. And he stands up and he shows these kids how it's done. And one of the kids goes, wait, you use your hands? What is this, a game for babies?
Huh.
Yeah,
now we know the rest of the story. All part of a good day. Also, why can I not get into this safe?
You need to
It is a safe!
You need to find out how to play the piano correctly.
I haven't found the piano. I knew that there was a piano involved.
So I think they saw it when I was playing on the last one. The piano's on the bottom floor.
But there's a dude I can talk to. He didn't see any sign of Sephiroth.
I literally thought he said, I don't know the son of Sephiroth. And I was
Look,
like,
I just find a hidden room. It looks like.
run all the way down that well.
Wow. And all the way back. No, not all the way back. We're not doing that. Wow. Meow. Oh my gosh. Spoiler alert, we come back here with the Turks. Or not the Turks, Vincent. We come back here with Vincent, because I
don't remember
this.
that part.
I think I remember it. Blah, 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 my name's
he's
Sephiroth.
saying organism. I read that with a few less letters. I wish I were kidding. I read orgasm.
Aw, you ruined my joke. I was trying to find a good, clever way to remove certain letters to make it sound ridiculous.
I don't know why the way you said that reminded me of, there's this vine from 1,000,000 years ago, 1,000,002 years ago in fact, that is straight up one of my favorite vines. And it's this dude, right? And he gets on and he's like, what up, my name is Nicholas, and it is ridiculous. I got mad gummy money, and it is deliciousness. And he literally opens his wallet, it's just full of gummy worms. And I think about that every now and again when I'm having a bad day.
I wish I had gummy worms.
Well, if I'd have known that, I'd have brought gummy worms.
If I had known that I wanted gummy worms right now, I would have brought gummy worms. Why can't I see into the future?
I think you need to talk to his butt. Oh, no, you need to leave it.
Whoa, he's asking us to leave him alone. Let's be respectful. Let me clap them cheeks.
Why doesn't Cloud have a nose?
I can just walk past him. Let's go. Into a room where I can't do anything.
You know, I hate rooms like this. Oh, man, you remember, back when I was building Kitten's story, and I need to finish that game one of these days, finish building it. I don't remember what I was doing because that was like 6 years ago. But I made it so that like 3/4 of the stuff in that game could be interacted with, like in the stuff that the areas I had finished building. And I don't remember if you commented on that or not, or if I was just like, oh, what, you haven't found the secret to this? Did you try talking to the statue right next to the door? And you were like, well, it says this.
I apologize. The viewers out there can't see me nodding my head. Yes, I agree with you. I do remember these things.
And I'm not trying to put you on blast here, but to date, one of my... Yeah, you can't leave until you play the piano, right? I think you gotta play the piano.
Show me how to live my life! You're not my real dad!
But I am. I really am.
Alright, you're putting me on blast. Throw all of your shade.
No, I remember...
See, this is the piano, isn't it?
Yeah, you gotta talk to it from the seat side. No, the seat side's that's the back. There's the seat. Yeah, right there. Then you get up and you talk to it. See, right there.
Oh my god,
like,
I've been mashing buttons on this so hard. How am I supposed to do this without sound? You're kidding me.
I don't know what you're supposed to play.
4, 8, 12, 15, 13 buttons?
Well, so do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is 8 buttons, and then...
Do, re, mi, fa...
So,
our right bumper or L1X, right bumper or L1 triangle, right bumper or...
Oh, wait, no, so that's right bumper or L1 plus X.
Yeah. So...
Oh, so it's right or left bumper plus. So,
okay.
Yeah, so it's...
do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do... Yeah, okay. So it's just basically going in a circle.
Yep.
We can do that.
But we still don't know what you're supposed to play.
Do, re, mi, ma, I just put it in the contra code in case you weren't aware.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, start.
B, A, start.
Oh. I don't know why.
So, why do I have a cursor over my head?
Oh, I don't remember what button we pressed that did that, but it's what put the cursor on the door also. Did you try tapping the touchpad? There you go.
Oh, there we go. Oh my god, will this literally tell me what things I can interact with? That way I don't just have to mash
X on everything. I think it just does doors and you. Because I don't think it showed the piano either. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so putting you on blast. So...
Oh yes,
because
please. Roast me.
Well, I basically I'm just calling you out in front of people for a thing that happened between us that like neither of us were especially upset about. Well, I
am
maybe you were offended. But so there I built the skeleton of this game. And actually if you go to our website and follow some wonky link series through it, you can find the download for it.
Spoilers, it's viruses.
It's not, but I don't know. It's an RPG Maker game though, and I built the skeleton of this game. Like it has all of the locations and everything. It's just, but only like 2 of the 5 areas needed are populated with stuff to do it all. Well, not stuff. You can run through, hit all of the things, and complete the game. But you won't have played through it. Like, there's nothing to interact with short of the thing that moves the story along. Anyway, though, one of the maps takes place in a jail. And there are, like, these clues that talk about it like this key in the cell being in like a skeleton or something. I don't remember. We're talking 5 years ago, and I honestly haven't even played this game in 5 years or so. And I wanted Gary to play it because I was like, bro, I was trying to make a game that would take 30 minutes to beat, and I just ran through it with nothing in the way, and it took me 3.5 hours. Would you mind playing it and telling me that I'm just bad at video games and not I should start this whole project over because I don't want it to be a 10-hour ordeal? And he got to that, and he was just like, dude, I can't find the key. What are you talking about? And I was like, oh, go to the area where it's at. And I was like, do you see this shiny part on the floor? He's like, I swear I interacted with that. I was like, but you didn't. It's still shiny. And he clicks on it, and it's like, you found the key. So it's very much like some of the stuff that we've done in this. Oh, so you're supposed to play ha ha ha, whichever notes those are.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Were we supposed to just leave this room and come back in? That's so annoying.
I think we were supposed to do that thing.
I hate that camera angle so bad. Well, he's sitting down now.
Tell me a story, Papa.
Hey, no spoilers.
Traitor. Got him. Traits, yeah.
Oh man, is Sephiroth gonna slap us? Cetra.
It's pronounced Keytray.
It might be.
Honestly,
It's been so long since I played this game.
It's probably not. I just. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Somebody.
You're nobody till somebody loves you. Wait, what do you need?
Nobody knows the trouble I see.
Nobody knows but Jesus.
Also, you are apparently now the one kicking the microphone.
I know,
with your
I bumped it like
freakishly
4
long
times.
Legs that aren't that long.
I got short legs. Why are you putting me on blast?
Really? You're gonna throw that at me right now after literally roasting me in front of my friends and family that don't watch this?
I was gonna say, if your family were watching this, it'd be helping our stats. And Karen knows I love her. That reminds me, did you tell Karen I said hi at Christmas?
It's not Christmas yet.
Oh, Thanksgiving?
Yes. I passed your love to Mama Karen.
Fall Thanksgiving. Fall Christmas? We should just refer to it as Fall Christmas. Autumn Christmas?
I'm not opposed. I mean,
I hate
they
it all.
literally started playing Christmas music in the grocery store a week before Fall Christmas. Ugh.
You know, agreed. I don't like Christmas music. Point A. Point B, I don't like Christmas. Like, I'm not knocking anybody who does.
This sounds like the beginning of a Christmas musical. Do you know the joy of Christmas? Do you know how wonderful it is?
No.
I don't either. That's as far as I can get. Thank God it ended there.
I can't sing. Oh man, no, that's a surprise for another episode. Anyway, no, I just don't care for Christmas. I'm not saying anybody should agree with me or anything like that. I just mostly don't like my family, and I don't like Christmas music, and I like being cold, and I hate ugly sweaters. I do like chocolate-covered cherries. Queen Anne brand, specifically.
Why do you hate why do you love all of the things that I hate? Chocolate-covered cherries with... Are we talking about the same things? And they've got the gooey and the white and the...
Yep.
Bleh.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I love them. I also hate eggnog.
Oh, I also hate eggnog. Let's go, boys.
I do appreciate any excuse to drink rum, but cola is available year-round. And yeah, so I don't care for Christmas. I also firmly believe if you're going to get somebody a present, that there's no reason to wait for a special occasion. You should just get them a present and give it to them and tell them you were thinking about them. This is also why I don't celebrate birthdays. But Yeah, I have deeply disapproved of Christmas creeping up on Thanksgiving and on Halloween. And, I mean, I should just lay it out. Long story short, after you listen to the long story already, I don't like holidays.
I was about to literally say.
I don't like when other people are having fun.
I didn't mean to throw shade on you. What I intended to say was I also don't appreciate holidays that much. Don't get me wrong, they're an excellent excuse to not work. But I don't celebrate your gosh darn stuff.
You know what the best part about working in a kitchen, and especially the kitchen I work in, is? I get to work on holidays because nobody else wants to work on them. So, I'm just guaranteed to be able to work, and I get time and a half, which, always nice. But also, it's like working, it's like getting paid time and a half to just show up and be in a place. I don't have to do poop. I ain't gotta prep generally. I ain't gotta cook. I ain't gotta work. I just gotta be there in case I gotta cook. And it's okay, I guess I made 3 dishes, and I made $35 an hour for this whole day.
See, I appreciate where you're coming from, but I want to take it a step farther.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate being able to work, getting paid half as much as a normal day, and having an excuse not to go hang out with my family.
Oh no, so my deal with my family is they have to have ham. So when I was working in a different kitchen from the one I'm currently in, which was not open on Christmas, actually you and I got real swifty that particular Christmas Eve, which was funny because they are open on Christmas Eve. My mother hits me up and is just like, hey, are you coming to Christmas? And I go, is there going to be ham? And I say, I don't know.
You're killing me right now. I love your story, but we have no sound, and this is when they're playing the Sephiroth, the frickin' Sephiroth theme music, and he lights the village on fire and murders the people and walks away. Oh, what a good point. I hope everybody else has audio because
they do, yeah.
What a thing right there. All right, continue with your ham and your.
It doesn't matter. So anyway, my mother's just like, "Are you coming to Christmas? I know that you're not working that day." And I go, "I don't know. Is there going to be ham?" And she says, I don't know. And I go, yeah, I'm probably working that day. And I literally organized, with my boss's permission, a group of people who volunteered. Nobody was forced to come help or anything like that. They just had no other plans on Christmas. I touched base with all of them and was like, hey, if you would like, I'm planning on coming in on Christmas. We're going to clean this entire place. The boss has okayed this. We'll get time and a half. And he has okayed us all for about 5 hours. And if we can get 5 people to do 5 hours of cleaning when there's no customers getting in the way, nothing happening but us cleaning, and just, able to say what we want to say, listen to the music we want to listen to, all of that stuff, I think we can get it done. And I got so many people who were like, my family's out of town, I can't travel this year, I don't like spending time with my family, and I'm trying to hold Christmas hostage. Plenty of that. And it all goes down. So this place, however, was open on Christmas Eve. And I went to work on Christmas Eve, got off. One of my other bosses... One of my other bosses had closed with me that night. And they and I decided to go to this bar and, have some Christmas Eve libations. So I hit up Gary here. And this boss hits up their significant other. And I remember us all having a couple of drinks. And then the next thing I know, I'm just coming to in a different bar that's open 24 hours. They don't serve alcohol past the legal time in this state. But they are a diner after they're a diner 24 hours. And I'm just like, Gary, when did we leave the other bar? And he's like, I don't know, a couple hours ago. Why? And I was like, well, how long have we been here? And he's like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes? And I'm just like, okay. So have we ordered? Now at this particular place, we got in good with the cook, and we would always order, this was literally a menu option, a garbage omelet, which was an omelet with everything on it. What are you doing?
I was trying to leave.
Oh, I think you go out the top this time. The one that you got stuck in last time. I think. I don't know. Also, why are you on time, not times 3?
For fun.
So, and a T-bone steak and eggs.
That's a garbage omelet?
No, a garbage omelet was everything. And so we would order this garbage omelet and the T-bone steak and eggs. And I'm just like, bro, when did we part ways? Blah, blah, blah. It turns out that I hit the bottle real hard. And by midnight, everybody thought I was sober because I was walking around and talking clearly. And I was so inebriated, I still haven't gotten any of that portion of my memory back. And I'm like, cool. So we eat our breakfast, dinner, whatever you want to call it. And Gary passed out on my couch. And I wake up at 7 o'clock. So approximately 2 hours after we got back to my place, after we left the diner. And my mother has texted me, okay, we have ham. So I get on, I text all the people that I work with, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm not feeling like coming to work today. What do you think?
You did that to them?
Well, this was the thing.
Continue.
If they had wanted to come in, I was going to come in still. But all of them were like, dude, I'm not feeling it. Like, you know, it's an extra day off, blah, blah. I was like, alright, cool. Actually, I don't even know if I prefaced it with I'm not feeling like coming into work today. I might have. It's been a while. I feel like I would not have. It might have just been like, hey, how's everybody feeling? Do we still want to do this? Either way, doesn't matter. And all of them agreed that they didn't want to come to work. And I was like, cool, let's call it off. And my boss was like, yeah, guys, don't work on Christmas. And I text my mom back, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess I'll be there since you have ham. I literally held Christmas hostage until Christmas. Because... If I could trust you to actually talk while I had this going, we could set it up so you could hear the audio through headphones.
Oh, no, you're telling me a story. Keep telling me a story.
I finished the story.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Alright. Cool story, bro.
I finished that and watched you listen to you sing your song about Sephiroth. Gary, tell me a story, though. It's your turn.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
You're giving me zero preface.
Yeah. Tell me a story that's family-friendly enough. PG-13.
Family-friendly enough.
I mean, feel welcome to replace all of the with bunnies and all of the with camping.
Okay, so once there was a bunny that went camping. Look, I'm the button pusher. I'm just here to chime in.
Here, I'll take the rock. Just
no,
tell me where I'm
because
going.
you don't pay attention to the story, and then you don't tell me what's going on in the story, and then we have to look up a walkthrough.
It'll be okay.
Nah.
Yeah, pass me the rock.
Nah.
Pass me the rock and tell me a story.
Then you give me a story to tell.
I mean, do you want me to have you tell our listeners one of the stories you've told me that I loved? That's not the previous one I've made you tell them that I loved?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, flashing lights. Okay. I want you to tell them the story of the running children in the shadow.
The story of the running shadow?
No, the story of the children that were running in
the
shadow.
No. Oh, I can't. It was a
I forgot.
It was a piece of
that
literature.
Was the thing I read.
That wasn't
was
a
yours.
story. It was a thing that I wrote, so
Okay.
I can't just tell it because
it was a story,
written.
But it is written.
It was written.
That does explain why it was very fleshed out in my memory of you telling it to me.
Yeah, like Yeah, I could give you the synopsis and you'd be like, oh, yeah, that sounds okay. But I mean, like, it's a written story, man.
Oh my god,
and
we should find that and have you read it for one of our episodes.
We could probably do it next week, 3 weeks from now.
Well, 3 weeks from the moment we're recording this.
Of course.
Yes.
But,
I'm 100%
no,
down.
this is actually a story that I wrote back when I was a young boy in school.
You don't need to
that
tell them
I
too much if
found
you're planning on reading it.
That I found on a zip drive, literally a 256 megabyte
Floppy
zip drive.
I mean, they weren't called floppy disks, but they were like floppy disks on Adderall.
Yeah, a 256 megabyte thumb drive from my high school days.
Oh,
and
man.
I found
it was a thumb drive. I was thinking it was one of the zip disks, not a thumb drive.
No, it was a thumb drive that had just a bunch of English papers that I wrote back in high school, and I read them almost 20 years later, and I was just like...
Some of them held up.
Yes, that was a young Gary. Ugh.
For the record, this is why I tried to start a story writing club with Gary, but we got inebriated when we did it, and steampunk pudding as our seed.
Dude, steampunk pudding, the seed was great. Tell them the story about how steampunk pudding happened.
Oh, so Gary and I decided that we were going to start this club where we wrote stories, and then we would swap them off and like offer notes and stuff and like correct them. Standard writing club kind of story. But it was just the two of us, and we might bring people in later. You don't need this information, but I'm giving it to you anyway. Anyway, so we're like, okay, so what should we do though? Like, should we just write our own story, or should we start with the same seed and like come back with this seed? And he was like, or I was like, I don't remember. Whichever one of us posed the question, the other one was like, I think we should start with the same seed. So we're like, okay. I was like, Gary, you need to say a genre, and I'm going to say a word. And we're going to write a story about that word in your genre. And he was like, cool. And I'm like, and we're going to say it on the count of 3. And he's like, cool. Or was I the one who said genre? I don't remember. One of us had genre, the other one had the word. And we're like, 1, 2, 3, and nobody said anything. We pointed at each other, we're like, ah! Because we were very inebriated. And that happened like 2 more times, so much so that the last time it happened, we were both just like, listen, this was only funny enough the first time. Definitely not the second time. So finally, we're like, 1, 2, 3. And Gary, because I'm going to say he had genre, was like steampunk. And Badger was like pudding. But we said them together, so it was like, pudding. And we're like, I don't know what she said. So we both had to say them separately, but we stuck with the same word. So we had steampunk pudding. And I was like, cool. So I go home, and I start working on the short story. And I'm like, Gary, I'm like halfway through my short story. How are you doing? He's like, I'm only like a tenth of the way through. And I'm like, so what? You've written like 4 paragraphs? He's like, oh no, I've already written a novella. But I haven't even gotten to the point with like the mechanical spiders. And I was just like, Gary, this is a short story writing club.
Okay,
am I missing parts?
I appreciate it.
Because that story was less fun than...
You are missing a couple parts because you forgot about... Here, you can take the controller now. We don't have talkie-talkie. You can just do whatever you want.
I'm just going to go back to the end.
So,
sleep.
Feel free to chime in. But, so we had thought about doing the short story writing club. And then we came up with the genre and the theme, the steampunk pudding, and then it was like the next day after, or maybe the day after that, I don't remember, I feel like we were particularly inebriated the first evening.
I'm sure that surprises everybody who's listened to us before.
I mean, I think it was the next day that we woke up and we were feeling a little under the weather, and we ended up strolling around town, walking and
you wanted me to tell a story of
in the beverages.
So that was Badger bar scouting, day drinking. Like there was a whole hashtag on Twitter I tried to start up, but since only like 3 people followed me, nobody paid any mind to it. But yeah, no, we were day drinking, me and one of my coworkers at that point.
No, it was just you and me. I thought, but we found that dude.
Yeah, the dude with the typewriter. No, we had one of my coworkers there with us that day because he was down for day drinking.
I don't remember them at all.
He's in the picture. I'm not dropping names.
I suppose that's fair.
No, so he's in the picture from when we went to the one bar with the pinball, which was 3 bars after the dude with the typewriter.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. I just don't remember him at all. But anyway, yeah, we found this dude just sitting on the ground with a typewriter that's like, hey, for like $5, I'll write you a thing. And we're like, okay, write us a thing about steampunk pudding. Because we were both just like, lol, and
that
also
was about
maybe
for the record, that was about a week after the prompts.
Okay, or something. I don't know.
Still,
I'm not a botanist.
Like,
but anyway,
5 days after you finished your 900-page thesis on what you were going to write, you finished your 900-page outline of what you were going to write.
So that was the thing. That was the thing that I was gonna say after this, because I could have swore the typewriter was the next day, because we wanted him to do it so that way we could maybe get an idea of what we were gonna do. I don't remember, but anyway. Let's at least finish the typewriter story, which is basically we found a dude sitting on the ground on a blanket with a typewriter who's like, $5, I'll write you a thing you want to write.
I'll write you a poem about anything.
A poem about anything. And so we had to write us
have that poem somewhere.
Yeah, he wrote us a poem about steampunk pudding. It was pretty okay. It was a solid 5 out of 7.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So,
I mean, given that that's some very weird prompts to drop on a dude, and he wrote it within 5 minutes of
within 5 minutes, yeah.
The 5 out of 7 is straight up high marks.
Yeah, it was solid. It was good. But and then the thing that I was gonna bring this into is that Gary is a very ideas man.
Weird. This shows us as not having any. I just bought the one heel that we have. I literally just bought that.
You might have to check materia. It might have unequipped again. I don't know.
But
I don't know. I'm not a botanist. It says we own one, but it's not equipped.
I bought that one. I literally just bought that.
Okay.
I'll show you the video later.
Still not a botanist. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I have great ideas. I just have commitment issues to actually turning those ideas into things. So, I come up with grand, very large, elaborate ideas that sound amazing that end up being a lot of work, which might cause my commitment issues. I don't know. But anyway, so instead of writing a short story as Badger originally intended, I came up with this grand story and wrote the outline for it.
Well, so if I recall correctly, we were going to write the outline and come back and then go back and write the stories. And yeah, Gary's like, yeah, so I've got 15 pages of outline.
I just had this huge outline where I'm like, alright, this is all the stuff that's these are the characters, this is the stuff that's happening, here's memorable quotes that they're gonna say in these situations because it came to my mind, and it was great and awesome, but once the idea was fleshed out, and once the story was told, then all of my enjoyment in the project just kind of ended, and I was like, and I think I'm done here. But according to the people I showed it to, they're like, oh my gosh, this would make a really good story. And I'm like,
I don't remember anything about what was happening in it, but I do remember appreciating it.
It was supposed to be in the vein of like a young, like not a short story, not like 10 pages. It was gonna be like a young adult novel, right?
Yeah,
Geared
his outline
towards, like,
was a young adult novel.
geared towards like middle school, high school kids, and like, you know, it followed a lot of the formula. You know, there's like 3 acts. You know, there's the kid who.
Where am I going next?
Isn't isn't appreciated. He's the underdog. Oh, I have no idea where you're.
Here's the town. I just ran out of it.
I don't know. Wander around, kill stuff. It's Final Fantasy. Let's go.
Let's go grind some levels.
Yeah, and then you know the kid meets the Nathan Fillion of young adult fantasy,
Captain
Malcolm Reynolds, that takes him on a journey, and they face 3 trials, 3 different trials, and then at the end of it, he realizes that he didn't need the thing that he went on the journey for in the first place. You know, one of those stories. And it just, my favorite part, right?
Maybe the gun was the friends we made along the way.
Right? Like, my favorite part was, it was about steampunk pudding. And the steampunk aspect was they're on a steampunk airship type thing. And then the pudding was how the kid originally went on the search for this, like, holy grail that could give eternal life to save the king or something, whatever, doesn't matter. But at the end of the story, I apologize. The 3 trials were them overcoming these 3 mythic beasts so they could get the 3 things they needed
at
to
the
unlock.
end of the first act of the second book of the 5 book.
Right. No, each of the 3 trials were 3 mythic beasts that they had to beat to get something from them so they could use those things to get this holy grail. And they beat all 3 trials. And it gets to the end, they beat the 3 trials, and they're like, yeah, we're ready to get the stuff. And it turns out that the Malcolm Reynolds captain had the thing that the Holy Grail the whole time, just hanging out.
Hey, it turns out that Battle Boost one will not revive a character.
Oh, now we know the rest of the story. Hall Party, good day. Yeah, so the Malcolm Reynolds character had the Holy Grail the whole time. And the 3 things that they needed were just ingredients to make the perfect pudding that this captain really wanted to eat. And bump, that's the end of the story. And then in, like, the final, like, outro, the kid was like, hey, you're aware that, your pudding has eggs in it, which technically makes it a custard. And the captain got mad, and that was the final punchline of the joke. The final pedantic punchline of the joke. It was so stupid and funny. I appreciated it.
I think, if I can recall what I was going for...
You gotta revive Red 13 or else he's not getting XP!
Yeah, I mean, he's Red 13, though.
Okay, he might be a dog.
I think he's more of a,
Tiger
hyena.
wolf? Sure.
Hyena. Who has heal?
I don't know. Check your materia.
I'm trying, but I don't know what words mean. Wait, none of them had heal, because I just bought that materia.
OMG, Becky.
Hey, we did have 2.
Botany is rampant in your generation.
That's truth. Man. I just gave her heal. You saw me do it.
Did you, though?
You saw it?
Did you,
I
though?
thought see, look, heal. You gonna
Why
tell me
does
that's not heal?
That's not restore. Restore does cure, heal does status ailment stuff.
Yeah, okay. Wait, no, I want that one. I don't know what this other one is. No, so what I was saying is I think my story had something to do with, like, a world where everybody was on trains. It was dumb.
I like trains.
It was real dumb, but I'll take it.
You should heal.
I don't know what heal works. Heal didn't work.
My favorite part was you kept attacking the mole people with standard attacks, even though they did 1 damage.
It took so long for me to realize. I was enthralled with your 12-book epic young adult fantasy that didn't even cover what pudding was until, like, the 7th book.
Yeah. No, I learned from the best George R.R. Martin. How could you write 2 books and not put Arya in any of them? Rectify!
There we go. There we go. Oh, and Red Fang didn't even get to eat his potion.
You mean George?
Yeah. See, I'm gonna... Is this a new town? Is this the town we came from? Where is this
That's
town?
probably the same town. I don't know.
I don't think so.
No.
No. This is the
Chocobo Farm!
In case you guys forgot we're idiots, it's nice to meet you. We're idiots.
OMG.
Let me in the silo.
I understand that everybody can hear the music and sounds playing right now, but I cannot. So all I hear is the Epona Lon Ranch song going on. I am aware that they are 2 very different songs. I apologize. I said Epona first because that's where you find the horse, but it's the Lon Ranch song.
I just paid 100 gil to sleep in an old man's bed. I need you to understand that.
I'm surprised he didn't pay you. That's usually how it works for me.
I am the cutest.
You're so cute, you have to pay him.
Oh, with him. Man, this is totally where we gotta fight chocobos to capture chocobos. Okay, so we're...
Is it, though?
Yeah. Did you see the bird tracks in the area?
Is it, though?
Yeah, 100%. Here, I'll show you. I don't think we can
I don't
do
think you have
yet.
the ability to capture chocobos yet. I don't think you can fight...
No, see, these tracks here are how we will capture them later in the game. I don't think... They might show up now, I don't think so, though. But this is just the area where that's going to happen, which is neat. We are not that far in the game yet. Because that doesn't come about until, well, after the first visit to the Golden Saucer.
I didn't think so. Yeah, because that's where you race the chocobos.
Yep. I don't know why I keep trying to not take everything.
You need the greens. You need the, like, GAWD greens or something for chocobos.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't remember.
You don't fight them. You have to, like, use the item, the GAWD greens, to, like, tame them or something.
Well, it's like Pokemon, but you're in the
Safari Zone?
Yeah, Safari Zone, where it's like, throw a rock and hope they don't run away.
Yeah.
Then drill them in the head with a Pokeball so hard they fall asleep and just get captured.
I'm not gonna make a joke. You need the GAWD greens, man.
We're probably just gonna edit that segment out.
I swear to God, you're supposed to go back to Calm Town.
Is that the town I left to come here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I'm trying to head, actually.
But I mean, if you can't grind soldiers, might as well grind jungle cats.
Yeah, I figure once we get back to town, we'll hit the nearest save spots. So, if you want anything to wrap up on, you got anything? Any stories to share with our little baby, our listening little babies? Some for their bedtime.
A little story.
Story.
Man, have I ever told them the story of the secret door?
You got 10 minutes. Can you tell the story of the secret door in 10 minutes?
Oh, I can tell the story of the secret door in 10 minutes.
Oh, I think we should save that for the next episode.
Alright, we'll save the story of the secret door.
I love the story of the secret door, but it's better when you got 15 minutes to tell it, because you get into it.
I do.
Get into it.
I do tend to do that.
Wait, if we're just in the overworld, we can just save in the overworld.
Of course,
yeah.
I was gonna tell you that, but I figured, I'd let you just do your thing.
Yeah, I think this has been a good episode. What do you think, Gary?
I think it's been okay.
I was gonna say, it's not our best episode, which is the one that just posted.
Good is very subjective.
I mean, good for us.
Good for us, yes.
Better than our usual.
I would give it a 5 out of 7.
I'd give it a 4 out of 7. But nonetheless. Alright, cool. So, be sure to follow me on Twitter at KingBadgerSays. Check out the whole playlist, which this will be a part of. Yeast processed games for all of your nerdly drinking... Not all of. Some of your nerdly drinking requirements.
Have you plugged the t-shirts yet?
Well, that's what I was doing there. I mean, not well. I need to...
Guys, we got shirts. I'm wearing one right now.
Are you really?
I'm literally going to...
This was the very first design I made myself. It's the press Y to drink, for Y for yeast process games. Anyway, though, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely whatever time of day you watch this in.
That is an amazing sentiment. Good night, good luck, have fun. I'm Gary. Please hit up my proxy if you ever want to say things. Let's go.
Literally, anytime you just have something you want to say and no one to say it to, hit me up on Twitter.
Yep. Bum bum.